Imagine yourself in a rewarding TSA career: job security, mission-driven work, excellent health insurance, and a federal retirement plan that ensures long-term financial security. It sounds like a dream, right? Here's the reality. The new TSA computer-based test is tough, really tough. 76% of candidates don't make it through. And even if you pass, a low or just average score could keep you stuck in the candidate pool without an actual job offer. Mastering this test isn't just important, it's essential if you want to stand out, pass, and secure that TSA career. Here's the good news. You're just moments away from finally understanding what makes this new test so challenging and why so many people fail it. More importantly, you'll learn proven, fast, and effective methods to master the toughest sections. I'll show you time management strategies and the key skills the TSA is looking for, along with tactics to handle the trickiest parts of the test with confidence, speed, and accuracy, all to help you score high and land that job offer quickly. We'll break down the toughest parts of the test, like 2D to 3D, spatial reasoning, and connect the dots questions. I'll also highlight the most common mistakes candidates make and how you can avoid them to boost your score and secure a TSA career.
But before we jump into all of that, let me introduce myself and explain why you can trust what I'm about to share. I am Michael Lerner, founder of PrepTerminal.com. Since 2015, my team and I have been dedicated to helping job candidates pass pre-employment tests and secure the careers they deserve. Our expertise lies in guiding candidates like you through the TSA computer-based test and the entire TSA hiring process. I've spent years studying both the old and new versions of the TSA test, developing proven strategies that give our students the best possible chance to succeed. Every tactic we offer is based on trusted, validated information. We conduct surveys, speak directly with test takers, and rigorously verify the latest updates to ensure our prep materials are accurate, up-to-date, and effective.
You might have heard about the old TSA test, which focused heavily on X-ray image recognition. For years, that was a major challenge for candidates. But in May 2022, everything changed. The TSA introduced a new computer-based test designed to match advanced 3D luggage screening technology. This test is shorter, trickier, and targets specific skills that most people don't naturally possess. It's meant to filter out all but the most prepared candidates. And here's where things get dangerous. Many online resources still provide outdated, misleading information. I can't tell you how many people have failed by trusting websites and videos that still focus on the old X-ray image recognition test. Even though the new version has been around for over 2 years, we still hear from test takers who expect the old test and are completely caught off guard by the new one. If you take one thing from this video, let it be this: your chances of taking the old version are less than 5%. Almost every airport is using the new test by now. Here's how you can tell. If your test invitation says the exam will last 1 hour, or 25 to 45 minutes, or mentions that this assessment is not an English language proficiency test, it's the new test. It's that simple. Spending time on outdated prep resources that focus on X-ray questions is a complete waste of time and will almost guarantee failure. Some websites do show basic questions that are supposed to resemble the new test, but they are so easy a first grader could solve them. These sites give the false impression that the test is simple, but trust me, it's not. Another reason so many candidates fail: social media. People often rely on posts from those who have taken the test once and assume they're experts. These people either complain about how unfair the test is or boast about how easy it was, saying you don't need to prepare. This creates a lot of confusion. Focus on yourself. Use trusted, up-to-date resources and prepare thoroughly. That's the only way you'll enter the test with the knowledge, skills, and confidence to succeed. The new test is complex, and if you rely on outdated materials, your chances of passing and landing the job are slim. You'll likely fall into the 76% who fail or worse. You may pass the test, but still not score high enough to get hired. If you're serious about your career, job stability, and the benefits that come with a TSA position, the risk of being misled or underprepared is just too high. The insights, strategies, and tactics in this video were carefully refined through extensive research while developing our TSA Test Quick Pass. This tool is designed to maximize your chances of securing a TSA career with minimal time, effort, and stress. I'll use this prep interface and share a set of trusted, validated practice questions and how it looks on the real test day with our custom-developed interface that mirrors the real test. With proven, straightforward, step-by-step methods developed with input from 3D reasoning experts, you'll master the toughest questions. Plus, our exclusive animated videos will speed up your learning process and help you tackle questions quickly and effectively. Since 2022, over 1,500 candidates have secured TSA positions with TSA Test Quick Pass, and many have shared their success in countless positive reviews on Trustpilot.com. In this video, you'll discover how TSA Test Quick Pass can help you secure your future. If you're short on time and ready to start preparing now, check the info below or in the description for immediate access. Be fully ready in just a few hours. Now, let's dive into the 2D to 3D spatial reasoning section, one of the toughest parts of the test. In this part of the test, you'll be given several shapes, each with its own set of questions. The entire section is timed as a whole, not per shape. Most test takers struggle to finish, often not even coming close because of common time management mistakes, which I'll cover shortly. For each shape, you'll see a two-dimensional pattern, or net, with some edges marked by numbers. Alongside, you'll see a 3D solid that can be constructed from this net, with its edges labeled with letters. One surface of the 3D solid will be marked with an X as a reference point to help you get oriented. Your task is to match the numbered edges on the 2D net with the corresponding lettered edges on the 3D solid. Each question typically offers between 6 to 8 choices, but some may provide up to 10. You earn 1 point for each correct match, and your goal is to score as many points as possible within the time limit. Speed is crucial for this fast-paced section, which demands quick responses. A costly mistake many test takers make is spending too much time on a few challenging questions, which can lead to running out of time before completing the rest of the questions. Therefore, mastering time management is essential. Additionally, many test takers find themselves overwhelmed, shifting their gaze between the 2D net, the questions, and the 3D shape without a clear strategy. This random approach can lead to eye strain, loss of focus, and a drop in confidence as they encounter tougher questions and waste valuable time. To combat this, a structured approach is crucial for better results. Here's a clear strategy and step-by-step method to tackle these questions quickly and effectively. Start by identifying the most recognizable surface on the 2D net that matches a prominent face on the 3D solid. A larger face that serves as a central pivot is ideal. Be cautious with the X face, especially if it's rectangular, as there are usually several rectangular faces, which can lead to confusion. While it might seem like the obvious choice, it's often not the most distinctive. Watch out. Choosing the right face is key to avoiding traps and improving accuracy. Test creators often deliberately make the X face less recognizable, and if the X face is rectangular or square, be suspicious. It's likely meant to mislead you. For example, in this shape, the marked X face is rectangular and one of a few. While it's okay to use the X face to get oriented, I'd choose the L-shaped face as an anchor face for a quicker response since it's unique, larger, and acts as a central pivot. Its connections to other faces make it easier to visualize, speeding up your answers. Establish a fixed point of view. Once you've chosen a recognizable anchor shape, use it as your reference point. Visualize the anchor face as a football field with you at the center. This fixed perspective helps you see how other faces fold around it. Use distinct features as landmarks to stay oriented and match edges accurately. The next step is to get oriented by identifying other distinctive elements. In this shape, the smaller L-shaped face connected to the top of the anchor is unique and easy to spot. This observation helps me understand face rotations and match edges quickly. That brings us to a crucial strategy for this test. Focus on collecting easy points rather than visualizing the entire shape. Time pressure increases stress and can make recalling details harder, so remember, it's not all or nothing. Many test takers freeze, spending too much time on a single shape and missing the chance to collect easier points. Treat this test like a game. Accumulate points quickly and don't overthink. Aim for 60 to 70% accuracy per shape to stay competitive. For example, in a shape with 8 questions, answer 5 or 6 easy ones, then make educated guesses on the rest. Spend no more than 60 seconds per shape before moving on. Avoid double checking, as hesitation wastes time. With practice, your confidence and speed will improve, reducing the need for second guessing. Now that we understand the importance of time management strategies, let's transition to another valuable tactic: leveraging spine patterns. Another very effective tactic is exploiting the spine of the figure in 2D net patterns. These patterns often feature sequences of faces in a straight line, mostly rectangular or square faces aligned horizontally and vertically, forming what can be thought of as the backbone of the figure. These sequences typically create the outer perimeter that encircles the three-dimensional solid. It's worth paying attention to these spines because they can be very helpful in collecting easy points without the need of visualize the entire folding process of the 2D net into a 3D form. Here's how this knowledge can be applied. Edge recognition. Identifying the spine simplifies recognizing and connecting specific faces and edges on the 3D shape. Once you spot these patterns, you'll be better oriented, allowing you to match edges more quickly and accurately. Far faces connection. The far faces located at the beginning and end of these sequences are often connected to the same edge on the 3D shape. Recognizing this allows you to quickly match edges that can be difficult to see, helping you earn points more efficiently. Before we move on to connecting the dots, let's acknowledge that this might be your first time encountering realistic test questions and strategies. It's natural to feel overwhelmed. Mastering 3D visualization can be challenging. But with consistent practice, your ability to match edges quickly and accurately will improve. Think of it like assembling IKEA furniture with no experience. The skills needed for that are very similar. At first, it's difficult, but with time and practice, you learn to visualize the pieces and work efficiently. After assembling 30 items, tasks that once took an hour now take 20 minutes with 0 mistakes. The brain thrives on practice and adapts. This is exactly how TSA Test Quick Pass works. In just a few hours, it prepares you for the test with a fast learning curve. Our course moves from simple shapes to more complex ones using mock questions, with animated videos that help your brain quickly grasp patterns and improve accuracy. It's hands-on learning that can't be achieved theoretically. With progressively harder questions and time practice in our test-like interface, your skills will sharpen, giving you a competitive edge. TSA Test Quick Pass is designed to do exactly that. Help you perform among the top candidates. Now that we've covered the 2D to 3D questions, let's move to another tricky section. Connect the dots. By the way, if you're on YouTube and want updates, hit the like button and subscribe. We'll keep making videos with fresh info and tactics on the TSA CBT. In this part, you'll see a cluttered array of dots, each labeled with a number, letter, or both in mixed order. Your task is to connect them in the correct sequence, following specific instructions and using your mouse as quickly as possible. Time is critical, just like in the 2D to 3D questions. Many candidates complete most questions, but mistakenly think this section is easy, not realizing that slow response times can lead to low scores, as timing heavily impacts results. The difficulty of these questions varies. You may encounter sequences in ascending or descending order, with descending being more challenging. Some sequences involve only numbers, while others mix letters and numbers, adding complexity. You may also face interval skips, like sequences that jump by 2 or 3 in descending order. To perform better in this section, there are 2 key strategies. Make sure you're familiar with how letters correspond to numbers, especially in descending sequences. You don't want to waste time during the test trying to recall that Q corresponds to 17 and comes before U, which corresponds to 21. It may sound simple, but many test takers lose valuable time on this and get confused. Just spending 10 to 20 minutes reviewing these correspondences will save time and reduce stress during the test. For descending order questions, which are the trickiest, especially when the highest letter doesn't start at Z, quickly identify the highest letter and number and check for any leaps greater than 1, separately for the numbers and the letters. Once you know the largest number, the largest letter, and whether there are leaps patterns, connect the dots from the highest downward. Difficulty can vary, and some candidates have faced particularly tough questions, so we designed this module to prepare you for the hardest scenarios and ensure you're not caught off guard. TSA Test Quick Pass is the only prep tool with a custom interface that mirrors the real test, featuring timed mode and live practice. With progressively increasing difficulty, it helps you scan dots faster, improve coordination, and sharpen peripheral vision, saving you valuable time. In contrast, all other online prep materials, even paid courses, only provide static example questions with a very basic level that are not close to reflect the level of the questions you will encounter. They offer little to no value in terms of real test preparation. Our resource gives you a comprehensive and impactful learning experience. Now that you've learned the key strategies and tactics to ace the TSA test, it's time to put them into action. Turn theory into practice. Maximize your performance on test day and take the most important step toward your TSA career. If you've made it this far, I can tell 2 important things about you. First, you're serious about becoming a TSA officer, and that motivation is exactly what you need to succeed. Second, you already recognize that TSA Test Quick Pass is the fastest and easiest way to secure your TSA job offer. It saves you time, effort, and frustration. While others waste time on unreliable resources, you'll be mastering the test with the most trusted and effective prep tool out there. Since 2022, over 1,500 candidates have passed the test and landed TSA jobs using TSA Test Quick Pass. Many have shared their success stories on Trustpilot, so don't just take our word for it. See the results yourself. I invite you to be the next success story. I wasn't planning to include this, but something spontaneous happened while preparing this video that I just have to share. Yesterday, I received an email from a woman who used our TSA test prep, and I was beyond thrilled. This is why we do what we do. It's moments like this that keep our entire team motivated. She's a single mom of three, and after struggling with the TSA test, especially the 3D questions, she almost gave up after failing once. She was really stressed because it was her last chance, and getting this federal job, especially for the health insurance benefits, was absolutely critical for her family. A friend recommended PrepTerminal, and though she was skeptical, she gave it a try. The course gave her the confidence, information, and practice she needed, and when she took the test again, it felt so much easier. She passed and got hired. With so much bad information out there about the TSA test, it's easy to get lost. But we've done the hard work for you. TSA Test Quick Pass is built on real data, extensive research, and feedback from hundreds of successful candidates. It's the only prep you can trust to deliver results. For less than the cost of a night out, you can invest in a career with long-term financial security. And with our money-back guarantee, there's absolutely no risk. If you're unsatisfied, we'll refund your purchase. No questions asked. Imagine how relieved you'll feel when you start using this trusted test prep and know you're ready for the test. You'll see firsthand how quickly you can boost your score and pass with confidence. Think about how rewarding it will be to secure a federal job with great benefits and job security, knowing you've succeeded where so many others fail.
Ready to take the next step? If you're on PrepTerminal, scroll down and check out all the details, choose the duration plan that suits you best, and get immediate access. If you're watching on YouTube, simply click the link in the description. You're just a few hours away from being fully prepared for success, and I'm excited to help you reach your TSA career goals. Let's get started.